What's good, people? Welcome to another episode of The Agenda. Join with us today, we have Tyrone from Never a Foul. Ty, how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm even better. I'm on with you two great guys, man. It's been overdue, long time. Big game tomorrow. Obviously, big up James as well for coming, even though he's an Arsenal fan. That's respect, man. That's respect. And then thank you so much for having me. Obviously, you can find myself at Tyrone MC__. Follow us at Never a Foul, and also Trafford Tunnel, which is our Manchester United page as well. But obviously, big up you guys. You're doing a great things with your channel, man.
Appreciate you coming on, bro. Also joining us today, James Lewis, J Extended, that guy, the guy that's not in the Europa League final. How are you, bro?
That's the thing. I wanted to see what was happening at the Europa League final, so I thought, let me just tag along the Man United +1. I'm just gonna keep the lanyard in my pocket and just attend the final and just see what happens.
Could you imagine, by the way, if it was an Arsenal United final, boy?
The TL would have been a mad thing.
It would have been like WWE.
If it was a United Arsenal final, if we lost, bro, I would have to fight James. Like wherever you are,
legit, it'd have to pull up.
Yeah, have to be the ref still.
Black Air Forces and everything, bro. But since Arsenal not in the final, let's get on towards United. And what I want to kind of do is, I know United in the Europa League final. I do want to touch on that, but I want to kind of look at United season as a whole, especially coming from two United fans. So Tyrone, I'm going to start with you. How would you rate this United season? Like, without the trophy so far, how would you rate this season out of 10? Without
the trophy so far?
Yeah, without the trophy.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, actually. For me, 7 out of 10. It's not great. It's not bad, but I say it's good. And how I look at it, for me, it's progression. Last year, we finished third. I know we got to 4 semi-finals last year, but I feel like Oli, in terms of what he's doing at the club as a whole, is progress. I think what we've seen now is that this year is a sort of catalyst into next year of what we need. Like, we know we've got a squad there. We've got to keep hold of the players, keep hold of the good players and the right players. But now it's just about connecting them sort of little jigsaws. I think a DM, a right winger, a centre back or right back potentially to come in. And I think even though it's 3 or 4 signings, we can go to the next heights. But look at the way the club is. For me, how I look at it, right, is we won trophies under Mourinho. We won this Europa League final, which we'll get to. We won the Europa League with Mourinho. We won the FA Cup with Van Gaal. But still, I weren't that happy since Ferguson left. But I feel like this is the happiest I've been since Ferguson left, and Oli still hasn't won a trophy. So for me, that says a lot. So I think it's been a 7 out of 10 season. If we get this Europa League trophy, I think that's massive for everyone. Fans, clubs, him, the players, and that will be the kick on, man.
No, bro, I totally agree with you, hands down. I feel like, because everyone thinks like, oh, Oli good and Solskjaer's not in. First of all, are you Oli in or Oli out?
I'm Oli in for now, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And actually, I'm Oli in until it's a point that we have to get rid of him.
Yeah. Same. Because I've always been Oli in, and I've always thought, like, as you said, progression, man, steady progression. I know we haven't made it to like the semi-finals. We made it to practically every semi-final except for the FA Cup, and that was a quarter-final. And like we haven't been that bad. Like, to win 19, what was it now? To be unbeaten in all our away games. He's just laying good foundations. Like, I saw one stat that no Premier League club has done a double over United since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been the manager, and that is absolutely.
Oh, that's a good one,
bro. That's a crazy stat, you know. Like, as much as we have these up and down performances, sometimes we feel like, oh, United are so close, and then we fall back, and then we have a couple draws or a couple losses. As you said, bro, a DM, a centre back, and a right winger. I feel like those are our main priorities. Maybe a striker, but we'll get onto that another time, and maybe a right back as well. But I feel like a DM, centre back, and right winger are our priorities. If we get those things, I feel like we 21 in 22, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It could be. 21 in 22. You know what though? I want to ask you a question, Tony. Actually, because you asked about Oli's season, and we say it's progression. But the one burden that sticks in me is the Champions League, right? I think we had 1 point to gain from 2 games, and we could have gone through. When I look at the standard and the quality of this Champions League, I know Man City and Bayern, I'll say they're the 2 elite clubs, right? We could have beat PSG, and we beat them away in the first leg anyway, in the first game anyway, in the group stage. But then I think we missed an opportunity there. And that's the only question mark I have over Oli that we got wrong. We should have beat Istanbul away, and, we should have got 1 point from them 2 games. And I think we had a real chance. I know it might be outlandish, but we had a real chance in that Champions League. So I think over 2 legs, I fancy us over anyone, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. Istanbul, we never should have lost. We never should have lost. Even then, we still had an opportunity. I even feel like the home game at PSG. I know Martial's your boy, and I can see him in the background over there.
I knew you were gonna say it, you know.
Well, listen, I'm a Martial. Martial's my guy, man, and I've been trying to defend him, but my dad's been getting onto me. He said this guy's not it, and I've been defending this guy. I can't do it. There's only so much so I can defend someone for so long. But you know, if Martial decided to finish that day, we could have won. So I remember Cavani hit the crossbar. Martial had that chance, but it didn't happen. And we can all say if buts. But I agree with you. That was the only thing where I thought, we failed there. But to win a trophy and the players we have around, like our Brunos, the Cavani's, the Greenwoods coming up, Rashford or whichever one decides to turn up on the day. I feel like with a right winger and a DM, I feel like the DM is the most pivotal because I'm sorry, bro. I'm tired of it. Yeah, I'm tired of McFred, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of McFred.
I agree with you, but it's about signing the right DM. There's different types of DMs. For me, you get the Ndidis, you get the Declan Rices, which are kind of like destroyers, and then you get someone like maybe Neves or Basuma that's a bit more comfortable on the ball. I'm a fan of Fred personally, so if I took out one of the two, I take out McTominay and I keep Fred in because I think Fred's got that mobility, that tenacity to win the ball back. And if you keep his role simple, a bit like Jordan Henderson, you just get the ball, give it, then it's cool. But if you ask him to sort of hold the role down by himself and spray 50-yard passes, that's not what Fred's going to do. But if we get the right DM next to Fred, then I think we could do well. And the thing is, if I asked you as well, what DM do you want? Do you want a destroyer or do you want someone like Ruben Neves who's going to get us on the ball? Because I think we don't control games enough. That's our biggest flaw. We have no ball retention, man.
See, I totally agree. Like normally, if I wanted to, because I would want it as a DM that sit in front of the back four, but we don't control games. So I feel like we kind of need a destroyer in that sense because our pattern play is more fast attacking football. We don't break down teams and control games. We only do that when we're 1-0 down. Do you know what I mean? And when we actually need a goal, and then that's when we start playing properly. So I wouldn't mind.
Who do you want then as a DM?
I wouldn't mind. Have you heard of that brother Tushmeni?
The Monaco one?
Yeah.
Sick. Do you know what? I'm going to big you up, Flex. I tweeted about him the other day, but not many men know about him, you know. He got this, he won the French, the under 21. I think he won the Young Player of the Year in the League One the other day.
Like, honestly, because he's a bit of both. I feel like we need, as you said, a destroyer or like a kind of, he has the ability to kind of spray the balls as well, and he has the raw black attributes to have that destroyer.
I like you, Tony, man. I like you.
So, bro, listen, I know ball, you know, I know ball. So like someone like Tushmeni, like because as much as I want Ruben Neves, and I've always, if someone told me a couple of years ago we would have signed Ruben Neves, I would have thought that's a 6 signing. But we don't keep possession of the ball. We're not Ruben Neves. He'll be perfect for City. Do you know what I mean? People that keep the ball, people that like have. We don't keep the ball that much, and I feel like I'm so tired of that McFred pivot because that McFred pivot allows Pogba to go in the front three behind the striker, but then Pogba's only going to play on the left, and Rashford is only good on the left. Can't play up front. Can't play on the right. So now Rashford can't be in his best position.
Exactly. If the two players are taking up that one role, and it's killing us.
And it's really killing us, man. Because I feel like even Pogba's better position is not left attacking mid, but he should be up there. Where Bruno is, he should be up there. So we need that person to sit in front of the back four, protect that, so that Bruno and Pogba can be up there, man.
But doesn't that mean Pogba or Rashford have to go?
No, and then Pogba in the midfield. So Pogba and Bruno.
I think.
So you're dropping Fred and McTominay completely and putting that one DM, whoever it is, and then playing Bruno and Pogba in 8s.
Yeah. Well, McFred has to
be the right DM boy. Yeah, you need your destroyer, then you need your Declan or something. Then.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want Declan Rice only because I don't think he's bad. I think he's all right. I think he's a decent player, but the money that West Ham are going to want is not worth it. I promise you.
No way.
They're going to probably scream like 70, 80 mil. And I promise you, if you give me 80 million, I will find you a player better than Declan Rice.
100%. And in Monaco, like you said, the French market, you probably snap up Tchouaméni for like 40 million.
If that, bro. And he's young. Yeah. And he's young. And I feel like we need to branch out more. Like as much as I like English players and that. Like, yeah, give me Sancho, calm. sort of
Yeah,
that right
he's
wing,
yeah.
right wing, DM, and then a centre back. But speaking of centre backs, Tyrone, who do you think is? Because I know we're linked with like Pau Torres, Varane. Who do you think is that person that needs to be next to Harry Maguire?
Don't know. I've been told actually that we're gonna if Pau Torres plays well tomorrow, we're gonna activate his clause. You know.
I heard that.
Yeah. So left-footed. What he reminds me of, if I'm honest, yes, he's a good ball player. Every clip you see of him and so forth is all about him spraying the ball. I want to see what he can do defending. He reminds me of a taller Lindelof, if that makes sense. Good positioning, good on the ball, but him and Maguire a bit like that. When we were top of the league, I'm a big Bailly fan as well. Obviously, injuries, of course, are his curse. But when we were top of the league, he got like 3 out of 4 man of matches. He's quick, he's strong. He puts his head where it needs to be. I feel like we need someone to complement Maguire. And what worries me with Torres is if still we're getting people running in behind with pace, have both of them got that pace to sort of make me feel safe and secure. You look at Rudiger, who's coming for Chelsea under Tuchel, looks brilliant now. I know it's a back three, but just having that pace and sort of that bravery, it just makes you feel a bit more assured. And that's what I feel like when Bailly plays. So we've got to have the right partner. It's the same with Varane. I know everyone screams Varane, but then I know he's had Ramos next to him, but I look at Varane and I'm like, yes, he's the better centre-back than Maguire, but is he going to be the one that makes a difference? The centre-back role is the one I'm stuck with the most. And I was actually going to call out another Monaco player. I was going to say Badiashile.
He's hard. I know you play Football Manager, innit?
Nah, I don't. None of that.
Bro, you play Football Manager. These are the young gems that you need to cop on Football Manager. They become
man. Like I watched him against Lille when they played at home. I think they drew 0-0 that game. And like he's tall, he's got pace good enough for a centre back, but he's never been injured, never. Yeah. And I know he's young, but for me to play sort of like 30 plus games at that age, you're in the France under 21 squad for the Euros, and you're saying look elsewhere. I agree with you. United are very sort of basic with their scouting. Oh, let's sign the Declan Rices and the English boys. No, I want us to branch out, and I think Badiashile or Chouameni, that's why you caught me by surprise. I think they're perfect sort of players that you're going to see develop. And we've got players like Pogba already, Martial. We've got a bit of that French connection there already. So obviously, Amad Diallo, Bailly, they both speak that French anyway because they're from Ivory Coast. So I just think, players like that with value, man, and who want to play.
No, I totally agree.
Then again, do you think we need a leader though?
No, because I feel like we do need a leader, because that was the thing that we need someone to complement Harry Maguire. But looking now at the fact that we don't have Maguire, you can tell the difference. And maybe Maguire is that leader. Maybe he's the captain for a reason. I feel like honestly, like Pau Torres is good, and I kind of agree with you that he's that ball player. I don't even think we need that because Lindelof's a ball playing centre back. Yeah, we need someone that needs to complement Maguire's flaws. And Maguire isn't bad on the ball. How many times have we seen Maguire travel forward? I've seen it with England in the World Cup. He can travel forward with the ball well. So being like, I'm not saying my centre back doesn't need to be comfortable on the ball, but I feel like we need a centre back that is defending first.
Yeah, quick defending first. Quick. My dream signing would be Marquinhos. But I know that I'm just on here dreaming. So what's the point in dreaming when we talk real football? But 60 million, 70 million, 27 years old, however he is, like pay that, and him and Maguire would be perfect.
Perfect, man. Absolutely perfect. But James, I was going to ask you, like looking outside of an Arsenal fan, all this progress now we're talking about United. Do you see it? Do you see it from outside, or do you just feel like we're just optimistic United fans?
I see progression, but I still don't see United. I don't see a United that I fear. I don't see a United that I don't see you as one of the greats right now. Like you're not next to City. I feel when I'll start calling United the United again is when you're closer to City, because I still feel there's a big gap, and United is kind of the best of the rest. Because like you've got City. I think, I don't know. I'd say City, Liverpool, and then you've got United underneath. So United's the best of the rest. And I feel United's stature, that's not where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be on City's neck. They're meant to be up there instead of Liverpool almost. So I feel, and like Champions League, big nights, like United should be in semi-finals, finals. That's what I know United when I was growing up. So I feel there is progression, but I haven't seen enough of Pogba like dominate and like show what he did at Juventus. But I feel just having Bruno Fernandes like go crazy with his stats and like just get the job done pretty much almost by himself. I feel like that's what's stopping United. When United was at their peak, everyone was doing their thing, like the Fergie era. And obviously Fergie's gone now, so it's not going to be the same. But I feel until I see you guys as a team like destroy people instead of like having Fernandes as the like talisman, then I won't be scared of United. But there's been progress.
Fernandes is our talisman, but are we the only club to have at least 3 players that have scored 10 plus Premier League goals? So
no,
people
but I mean, I don't see them the same. Like they could have the stats, but I don't fear everyone the way how I fear Fernandes.
Yeah, but
like, I don't look all over.
We can't have a team of. I would love to, but we can't have a team of 11 Bruno Fernandeses. Do you know what I mean?
No, but not even. It's like who up front am I really scared of in this United team?
Do you know how I look at it? Yeah, Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial scored 57 or 59 goals between them in not this season, of course, last season when we were playing well, which was after the first lockdown. And for me, if we add Sancho, who I think out of obviously all the British players, he's a must buy. We need him 75 million, 80 million, pay that. We need a right winger. That's imperative for me. So you add him to the fold and you're guaranteed. And this is the difference. I do like Rafinha and players like that, Pedro Netos. They can play well. But with Sancho, he guarantees you 20 goals and assists a season. Now add that with a fit and firing Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, now Cavani as well, who's also happy to not start every game, which I like. He wants to look after his body. You've got potentially like 60 plus everything going on there. And then you've got Pogba and Fernandes, Touchwood, you can keep fit. So I think if we add Sancho to that and then we look at the season before this season with the goals and assists, I think we've got a variety, man. And look at Amad Diallo the other day. I've got to shout him out because I know that he's not played a lot of minutes. But for me, I could put him out on the roads right now and say, go jump in that cage and play football with a man them. And he would just be sick. Like, you know, when people are just sick at football, I looked at him and his movement and the way he just glides around the pitch, throw him into the fold as well. So for me, Sancho adds everything to our attack. Variety, man.
I'll be scared if you get Sancho. He's a big,
so all we need to do is get Sancho to convince you that we're going to be levels again.
A marquee. I need a marquee signing because Cavani's not the Cavani that he used to be.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a good, but someone like Sancho. See, Maguire, you spent a lot of money on like Maguire and like what's his name, Wan-Bissaka, but they weren't like marquee signings. Bruno Fernandes was a big signing, but he wasn't a marquee sign. Like, you know, when Pogba came, that was a marquee signing. So it's like
Sancho's the guy. We get him.
Will be, I'm
excited.
It's like you got Haaland. It's like certain statement signings. You'd be like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on at United, but they're coming. So I feel, you need that marquee signing.
So Tyrone, looking forward to the Europa League final, what type of team do you feel like Ollie's going to play? Do you feel like it's going to be that McFred pivot, Pogba on the left, Fernandes, Rashford, Cavani? Like, do you feel like that's his go-to, his safe bet?
Is it what do you think I think Ollie's going to play, or what I want to play?
What would you play first? Because I think we know what Ollie's going to play.
Yeah, I think he's obviously going to go with the standard McFred and so forth, Pogba on the left, Rashford right. But for me, I play the same back four, but I would start Bailly, by the way. I know Maguire's not going to make it, so I start Bailly. And the reason I want to quickly touch on that is obviously Shaw, Lindelof, Bailly, and Axel, Wan-Bissaka, sorry. The reason I start Bailly over Axel is I know they've rotated in the last couple games, but for me, Bailly's just signed a new deal, right? If he signs a new deal and doesn't get picked for a final when the captain's out, why has he signed a new deal?
Yeah.
Like, I've got to put context on it. And like I said earlier when I mentioned it, when he played them 3 out of 4 games, when he got to the top of the table and he was man of the match and flying himself around Burnley and all that, he was showing what the Eric Bailly, like, what he can do. And I love him. I think most of all, he's our best centre-back. Obviously, leadership Maguire. Yeah. But he has to start. And for me, I take out McFred and I play Fred, Pogba and Bruno. That's what I would want to see. And then I'd go Rashford left, Greenwood right, and Cavani up top. The only negative to that is that we have no option then off the bench because all our big hitters are on. So if it gets to the 75th minute and we're 1-1, who can change it up? We could bring a matter, Dan James, it's not quite the same. So I think he goes with McFred because then that leaves Greenwood on the bench, who is our go-to man if it gets to the 70th minute and we're 1-1.
Nah, yeah, I totally agree. I'm glad you know ball, bro. I totally agree.
Big up for having me on, man. Big up you guys, man.
Yeah, because I can, as I said, I've always thought Bailly. I'm a guy for Bailly. He just needs to stay fit. And the fact he even had an interview in the Times and he said that he doesn't want to. He wants to get a run in the planes. He doesn't want to. I saw that interview. It was a bit weird, but he's obviously signed. You sign a deal. As you said, let's put context in it. You obviously signed a deal asking, "What is my role here?" You wouldn't have signed how much was like 3-4 years. You wouldn't extend the deal without having a role here. So
exactly.
I feel like as much as Axel, and I don't think Axel's there just yet. I don't think he's ready. But yeah, by Lindelof, I see it. It's probably going to be McFred and then Cavani up front. But all we need to do is win, innit? Win. Ollie get his first trophy, and then we kick on from there. We have a big summer, and then 21 and 22.
He's so confident. I love it.
Well, you gotta be, man. Well, this is the thing. If we sign Sancho, a good DM, a centre back. If I'm gonna be realistic, let's say we only make 3 signings. I feel like those are the 3 signings: a right winger, a DM, and a centre back. Maybe
what's your priority in order? If it was like 1, 2, 3,
right winger first. Only because I haven't seen a right winger. That right wing has been redundant for the past how many years, and I'm sick of it. And there's a right winger first, DM second, and then centre back third.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We still got Bailly. Like, worst comes to worst, if we don't sign a centre back. If Eric Bailly stays fit, I still think Bailly and Maguire can work.
Yep.
As we said, when we were top of the table, it was working. That Aston Villa game where he threw himself on the floor and he was man-to-man. It worked, right? And we were top of the table, and until Pogba got injured, and then it all went tits up.
Yep.
But honestly, so if we don't sign a centre back, it's not the end of the world. And I don't think we need a right back. Like, I know Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we should give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a competition, but we don't need to sign Kieran Trippier. I feel like
because I like Ethan Laird.
Bro, that's what I said. We got Ethan Laird coming up. We've even got Dalot. Dalot didn't play. He didn't play that bad at AC Milan. Everyone, like, he's coming. I don't get why everyone's saying we should sell Dalot. And the thing is, Dalot was playing a lot at AC Milan. He was playing a lot at left back too. So that's versatility. Do you know what I mean? And Ethan Laird can both play left back, right back. Send Brandon Williams on loan if you have to.
He's gone.
Dalot was playing a good Serie A football, and he was playing in the Europa League, so he can use that experience. And listen, Dalot can cross the ball. United fans know that guy, he's better at attacking than he is defending. So give Aaron Wan-Bissaka competition. I'm here for it. We don't need to sign Trippier.
Yeah.
What's the point of signing Trippier when we've signed a 50 million?
And what is he, 32 now, Trippier nearly?
Oh, come on, man. He's 32. Like, stay a Atletico, man. Stay.
Yeah. That suits you, man. That defensive Simeone play, man.
That's what I'm saying. It suits you. Like, we've got Dalot coming back. We've got a quick question. Lingard, would you sell him? Would you take him back?
Because we need Pereira's going. I'll be honest. I'm thinking to sell him unless he was really happy to be a squad player, because he adds a bit of energy with the press and everything. But I feel like we said, our front six earlier when we labelled it, and even Diallo, throw them in there. We've got players now in that area.
I was thinking, like, unless he accepts that kind of 6-man role, like come off the bench to make a difference, I feel like he should go, but I don't think he'll accept that, because obviously when he's playing his football, he does well. So if he puts say West Ham, all the best in it. And we even got people like Palestri coming. Now you can even want to throw a Langa into the mix. You know what I mean? Maybe
Hannibal Medri, whatever.
And the thing is, I've got time for it. And I know Man United fans might disagree with me, but I've got time for Andreas Pereira. Only because.
Hey man, what are you doing him?
Is your head to still him?
You know what it is with AP? Only because I watched AP from the reserves, and this guy was the guy, man. He was the guy at the reserves, and then he got brought in by Mourinho, and he played him number 6. Like, if you remember, we had Leicester start of the season 2 seasons ago, Mourinho's last season. We had Leicester first game of the season, and we played a midfield of Pereira, Fred, Pogba, and Pereira was 6, and Fred and Pogba were in front of him. And then we played well. We won the game 2-1, and then we got spanked at Brighton, and then that was it. And I feel like Mourinho kind of changed Pereira's role to make him this whole like all tenacity. You know, Mourinho was like, if you want to get into the team, do my role. Pereira was a 10, and somehow we played him 6, we played him 8, then we started playing him right wing. Like we played this guy out of position constantly. And like,
so what? You keeping him then?
If he goes, I understand. I will only keep him. Yeah, I'll understand, because he hasn't helped me. Like, I've had my stock in him for ages, and he hasn't helped me. I don't see where we fit him in the team, but he could be a decent squad player. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. He can be a decent squad player. Like, I still feel like there's the player I used to watch back on the MUTV in the reserves and the start. Like, I still feel like there's a player in there somewhere. And I've been watching.
You feel like it's a confidence thing then, because Ollie, look at what Ollie's done to Luke Shaw. He put the shackles off him, and he's just turned into a different player, which I love, by the way, because I love Luke Shaw before he broke his leg, and I think that changed him massively. But you feel like Pereira just needs a bit of an arm around him and saying, right, go out and express yourself and play your football.
Yeah, and stop playing this because he's not a right winger. I don't know why we were playing him in the right.
No.
He's not a right winger, so we need to stop doing that. Just play him in his position. If he's not performing his position, then cool. I have nothing. I have no legs to stand on. Sell him. I won't cry. But I feel like we just haven't done him right to an extent. We played him a bit, and United fans were harsh on him. I've seen worse players play for United. People trying to tell me he's the worst player. No, I've seen worse, bro. I've seen worse.
Nah, he's not the worst, man.
He's not the worst.
Lie. Yeah, he's not. Okay, I was gonna say, with the final, when you just asked as well, I was gonna say to you, like, how important do you think this is for Ollie? Yeah, because for me, how I'm looking at this and going, I'm even gonna say it on my podcast later, but for me, this is the easiest final Ollie's gonna have during his managerial time at United to win a trophy. Yes, I know you might get in the League Cup, a random team like Portsmouth sometimes on an odd year, and it's like, well, what's happened? But if you think about it, Chelsea are gonna improve, Liverpool are gonna improve, Arsenal are gonna improve, City are gonna improve. We want to be competing in the Champions League, right? So we're not going to ever get Villarreal in a final of a Champions League. So the fact that we fell into Europa League, this for me is it. We have to win this trophy, because if you could ask me now, do I think we win a trophy next year? I could definitely not answer that because of the competition around us, and we're going to be in the Champions League. So for me, this is massive. I think this is such a big game. Like, I don't think people kind of understand the context until it's kickoff, and it's like, whoa, if we actually lose this, like, that is a final we've lost, and next year we're not guaranteed to win anything. Like, the pressure is another level. Winning it, I feel like I'm bench pressing 100 at the gym. I've just done that first rep, and it's like, yes. Do you know what I mean? I think it's massive. I think we have to win tomorrow, man, for so many reasons.
No, bro, I totally agree with you, because look at the narrative Ollie has. Like, I've read this thread that Ollie has done well as a United fan, but the narrative from the outside looking in is that the 4 semi-finals, he's never going to win a trophy at United. He needs to get this monkey off his back. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is, and a European final as well, because we're not going to, we don't plan to be in the Europa League anytime soon, hopefully. We don't plan to be on it. We're going to hopefully have a good summer. We don't plan to ever be in this competition again. So you might as well win. And it's against a Villarreal side as well. If it was Arsenal, I'll be more scared. I'm kind of happy we got Villarreal. We just need to win it. We're the favourites.
Yeah, facts. I'm sure, I did not want Arsenal.
As an Arsenal fan, and what happened in Baku? No, but the thing is...
No, Ollie has. He hasn't beaten Arteta.
Yeah, we haven't beaten Arteta,
Yeah. It's the only manager he hasn't beaten.
I didn't want to see United in the final. That's why I was a bit...
You just said you weren't scared of us 2 seconds ago, and now you don't want to see us in the final. You're not even...
No, but finals are different. Finals are different. That's the thing. This Arsenal team, a final, especially after Baku. I was thinking, can I handle another Baku again? Especially
I think we're just as bad though, Jay. Don't you think we'll both be going into the final in that same sort of boat of, actually, you've won a trophy with the FA Cup with Arteta, so at least you've been there and done it. Whereas us, we would then be really expected to beat you lot. And then when you think of the rivalry, and then obviously I know it's only Twitter and the players don't see it, but for us as fans, the whole context of the game, I would not want that. I like Villarreal because I like playing teams that don't really know how we play. Like when we play Sociedad in the first leg, for example, they don't really know how we play until you're on that pitch. Whereas Arsenal, they know us, and that makes it different.
No, I totally agree, bro. And I feel like we've just got to win. There's no two ways about it. I don't care if it's a 94th minute Bruno Fernandes penalty. Because if you remember the Ajax game, it was a boring game, bro. I remember it clearly. Pogba scored that deflection, and then Mkhitaryan scored from that set piece, and nothing else happened in the game. I don't care, but we won 2-0, and it looked comfortable. We just need to get it through the back, get a trophy. I'll like a couple Insta picks, and then we bang on to the next season.
I love it.
That's what we got to do, because as much as I want to win this final, I just want to win it for the trophy. I don't really care about the Europa League as a whole, because we qualified for Champions League. We came second.
Yep.
I don't care as Europa League as a whole. I just need Ollie to win a trophy, get that winning mentality into the squad. And you know what Bruno's like, because that's why as much as he annoys me sometimes watching him play football for 90 minutes, as Bruno, he says the right things. He says, like, yes, we need to win this, but this isn't it. we should be doing much better. And this is where we need to kick on. Enjoy this trophy, 2-2 celebration, and let's kick on and let's start going for the big guns. Because look, Chelsea are in a final, bro, and I see this Chelsea side, and I feel like if we play Chelsea right now, I still feel like we could beat them. In all honesty, I don't.
That's what made me so gutted about the Champions League exit, because look, Chelsea got to the final, man. It was open.
And honestly, next season, if we get the likes of Sancho, centre back at the end, we might be there, bro. We might be there. This will be the best. Even at the start of the season, I'm saying this is the best United squad we've had in a very long time. Very long time. So we shall see. But bro, we're gonna wrap it up there. First of all, thank you so much for coming on. As I said, normally at the end of our videos, we let our guests plug anything you want to go. So Tyrone, feel free to plug your stuff once again, bro.
Oh, big up, man. First of all, I just want to say thank you for letting me come on, man. Great platform. Love what you guys do. Big up Tony. Big up James every single time. Jay or James, whatever you want to be called, man. Sorry. Big up you guys, though, man. It's great, obviously, like getting on as a guest. And hopefully we'll do more stuff in the future. You can find myself, Tyrone MC __. And then we're also at Never a Foul. That's for our whole platform as well. So we do podcasts for the top 6. And we'll have a lot more stuff coming in the summer. And then our Manchester United podcast is what I host as well, which is Trafford Tunnel. So just smash the like and subscribe button on this. Make sure you come over to our channel and just keep, supporting all of us in this footballing journey, man. It's great that lockdowns brought so many of us together.
Well said, bro. And obviously, thank you for watching another episode of The Agenda. You can like, share, subscribe, follow us.
Whoa. Sorry. Are we going to win then tomorrow?
Of course we're gonna win, bro. I didn't want to say it.
I just thought he's wrapping it up. He's like, we're gonna win or not.
Nah, we're gonna win, man. We're gonna win. We have to win. United fans, we have to win. Hopefully this doesn't come back to haunt me. But I say, I don't even want to concede, man. Give me a crappy 2-0, 3-0. Let's batter them, man. Let's batter them. We're better than that, man. Let's start kicking on.
Sorry to cut you ending, man. I just thought we've got to end this high note, man.
It's true. We had to do it, bro. We had to do it. James, you want a quick prediction as well?
No, I think you man are gonna spank them. Something like 5-0. Because the thing is, they're there to beat. Villarreal, yeah. If Arsenal were at shambles, they're there to be taken. Like, Emery's no special manager. Like, at the end of the day, a team that knows, especially Ollie's gonna be in everyone's ear. Like, I need this. Like, if you love me, if you really rate me as a manager, you want me around here, we need to win. So everyone's gonna make sure they do the best for Ollie as well. So, and it's a trophy. Who's not gonna be pumped for a trophy? So, yeah, I'm not expecting a battering. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, first trophy in 3 years as well. It's mad. So, well, we need it.
We're winning. That's it. We're winning, man.
We're winning. Come on, United. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up.
Big up for having me on, though, man. Big up, guys.
Thank you so much for coming on. You can like, share, subscribe. All the stuff is down below, or to that side down there. Follow us all on the socials. Until next time, people.